So, what is up, YouTube? After a good leg day, we're doing some cardio here. It's very light cardio. I'm going to do it for a while though. So, for the first half of this, you guys are just going to get some talking from me. And I just want to let everybody know what's been going on with me because I haven't been posting as frequently YouTube videos. I post shorts daily pretty much on Instagram and as well as TikTok. But as you can see, I got mics. I'm trying to build out my content now, especially from this last video that I did with my one of the guys in my gym. We'll just say he has really everybody around my inner circle has really pushed me into just trying to branch out, and this is something I've always wanted to do. As I've said in earlier videos, this is definitely something I'm trying to pursue in any form possible. And I think just me getting mics and taking it more seriously, holding myself to a higher standard on how often I post is a good thing, especially because this is a later workout for me. It allows me to do whatever I need to do and speaking in the mic, and regardless of what people think, I'm just going to do my thing. And if people ask for me not to film them or whatnot, then of course I'll oblige, and I have no issues with that. But I'm doing cardio currently because not only am I trying to get a little more lean, but I'm also just trying to get and keep a good heart. I work on myself constantly, not just in the gym, but with my life, coaching, pretty much the whole 9 yards. I'm still in college, still in school, doing all that fun stuff. So I try to do cardio nearly every workout, nearly every day, if not damn near, to just keep a healthy heart and honestly to clear my mind. It just gives me the ability to listen to music, walk or bike or whatever I'm doing for my cardio that day. And just really hone into just doing that. And sometimes I'll be on my phone, sometimes I'll just listen to music. Sometimes, of course, I might even talk to myself. Just tell myself what I need to do this week or whatever. But if you haven't noticed already, I like to call myself a Division I yapper. And I just consider myself to be somebody who is constantly talking. And that's not always a bad thing, and that's not always a good thing, right? So I use it and try to push, I'm trying to make it part of my lifestyle to put it out in the world and just my content and what I'm doing. So this workout today, you saw some mental struggles in the squat department and deadlift department, but then I also showed you some good stuff with form on my Bulgarian split squat, my leg extensions, and sissy squats. Those are usually all included in a variety throughout my leg days, throughout the weeks, months, even years. Those are some of the key staple ones that have stayed in my rotation. This is predominantly supposed to be a quad bias day. Now, Bulgarian split squats can be a bit of glute and quad, especially how I bias it. It's definitely more of a glute and hamstring bias, Bulgarian split squat, but I still get a good quad pump out of it. But yeah, you guys saw the fatigue working out later today. As I said earlier, I had a test for school. I'm taking anatomy currently, trying to become a kinesiology major. And I am no expert at school, but I do work. And I do, I work hard, or I do put some effort at least in the school. And it's still not an easy class whatsoever. But yeah, I also do work. I work at our local Whole Foods. I've pretty much put that out there already, but I've done that for 4 years. Currently as a butcher, and that's pretty cool because I get to learn about different beef, chicken, general red meat, chickens, pork, all that stuff, and I use it for my own diet. Currently, my diet has been a lot of protein based from meat, some chicken too, but red meat has been a lot of my predominance of protein because it's been very much like accessible to me, and I really like the taste of it, and I can do a little bit more with it. Don't get me wrong, I'll have chicken at least 2 to 3 times a week, but red meat usually fills out the rest of the week most of the time. Try to balance it. Some weeks I'll have more chicken, some weeks I'll have more beef. But as you know, like an excessive amount of red meat, I mean, not as great for your blood work. So I'm trying to find balance in it all, and just with life. But this is also why I do cardio. So, and I hope you know, because I'm talking so much, that's the reason why I'm out of breath. I'm not out of shape in the sense of doing cardio. I do cardio every day. I play basketball multiple times a week, playing a men's league in my local town. And yeah, I mean, I'm a very active person. You see me lifting every day, nearly 6 days a week, pretty much, and then doing some form of activity pretty much 7 days a week. Don't get me wrong, I may seem like I'm super, like, not lazy, but there's lots of people that know out there that lifters can be some of the laziest people out there in some circumstances. So I definitely have my days where I lounge and lay back a little bit and just allow myself to be consumed by my bed or the couch or whatnot. But I always tell myself to get up each day and take it one day, one step at a time, one moment at a time, and just believe that regardless of how tired I am now, that I can get through it. And if I just keep working my tail off, working my butt off each day, that at the end of it all, the outcomes and the goals that I have set for myself will come into fruition. Now that we get into all that, motivational stuff or whatever, I'd like to talk about my coaching. So, I coach football. Currently, I'm coaching at a private high school in my area. They play 8-on-8 football, which normally tackle football is 11-on-11 on a 100-yard field and about 52 and a half yards wide. 8-man football is 8-on-8, 80 yards long, and 42 and a half yards wide. I believe that's the dimensions. But pretty much, it's just a more, skill-based game, and it's something I enjoy. I love coaching, if it's football, basketball, training in the gym, helping coach in the gym, whatever it may be. I am just such a, sports person in general. So I find that when I'm doing coaching is something that I love. And it's just something to add to the repertoire of things that I do. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it just brings me joy. And just as much as this content does, I think I want to try putting some of my coaching stuff out there for my team. I'm going to see in the next couple of weeks if I can get some content out there, especially with the mics now. It makes it a lot easier. I can just post on my tripod or have somebody film or whatnot. But, I'm just trying different things. Honestly, just throwing interesting stuff out there. I'm no crazy editor, so I don't really edit too much. I keep it pretty raw. And honestly, I'm just here working out and I'm posting it on the internet and just talking about my life and my life experiences and just seeing what people think. I haven't gotten any hate, but I don't really care because at the end of the day, it's my life. And, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all what people think about my life. And what I'm doing, I love the criticism for my lifting specifically because I want to be the best lifter that I can. And I want to be able to lift as much weight as humanly possible. So I love comments like that. And honestly, just understanding that I am not new to lifting, but I definitely have a lot to learn. I'm still pretty young at 22 years old. Going on 23 here in March. Oh my gosh. Getting old. Just kidding, but I am just trying not as much to build a brand, but be true to myself while also doing what I do in my normal day. Just putting it out there. No, I'm not going to do anything crazy. Maybe at some point, if I get to that point, when I do get to that point, let's just put that out into the world. But yeah, honestly, I think this is just a good talking session. And honestly, after about 10 minutes on the treadmill right now, I think I'm gonna call it here for my yap session. You guys will probably get more updates just about my life in future videos. But if you've gotten this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I have really tried to put something together that's semi-entertaining today, and just a lot of talking. And this is the type of content I want to do. Talk a lot, lift a lot, sprinkling some odd stuff in there, stuff that I work on, to make it look better and more higher quality. But that'll be released later times. I'm going to try to get as much as I can into weekly or every other week of some form of content like this, just so I feel good and I'm getting it out to the world to maybe have one clip at some point hit something and really, put me on somewhat of a map. At the end of the day, I don't think I'm going to become some super duper huge YouTuber, social media guy, but I do believe that I have good stuff and I have a good mind, good head on my shoulders, and I have some stuff that people could really use. Not just motivational and not just lifting, but just the idea that, I was not a small kid growing up. I've been pretty big my whole life, but I'm just trying to show everybody, men, women, whoever, that you can keep pushing regardless of how you look, who your friends are, what school you go to, what trials and tribulations you've been through. You can work hard and you can really build yourself up. No, I haven't gone through anything super duper crazy in my life, but everybody has their own experiences and everybody can talk about them. They have the right to. That's why these platforms exist. So I'm going to put myself out there and really let people know who I am, and don't hold anything back, because at the end of the day, you live one life. Why am I going to hold back on what I'm doing in my life and not let the world see? Because I don't want to have any regret. So yeah, I think I'm going to pause. Pause the video there, and as I was just finishing up, saying thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it if you've watched all the way through. It's a lot of yapping, a lot of maybe you like it, maybe you don't, I don't know, to be honest. But if you could leave a comment on if you liked it or not, comment about fixing my deadlift, comment that you liked it, disliked it, could want to see different content, maybe throw some questions in there if you have any for me, and I can always answer them in a video, or I'll just answer them in the comments section. But yeah, as you can see on this treadmill, I'm working my butt off here, and I'm going to keep working my butt off on the socials to really get my stuff rolling and to really believe in myself even more than I do, because social media and being that form of it, I want to start believing in myself more. So thank you again for watching this video. Leave a comment. You don't have to leave a like. Leave a comment. I love the comments way more than the amount of likes I'll ever get. But even you watching this all the way through means the world to me. Thank you. And I hope you have a good day. Boom.